It's surprising who you meet while down at places like the BIC, in Great British Week especially. A lot of people involved in this, a lot of sponsors. One in particular is my colleague, my friend, my lifelong enemy as well. And you will see him on television too much in fact, in a program called George. And his name, George Middleton.
Thank you, Geg.
You are involved, aren't you?
I am involved.
Start
yes.
again, right. Sitting here at the BIC, sitting here at the Bahrain International Circuit, the BIC, Great British Week, of course, you get to see an awful lot of important people, some not so important. You also get to see people who appear on television every now and again. One in particular you'll no doubt come across. His name is George, certainly in the near future. But it is British Week, and a lot of sponsors have been involved in this, including George himself with his magazine Bahrain this month. Georgie.
Geg, all we did was produce the best magazine ever for any event or show in Bahrain, which was, of course, the official British Week publication.
You're not supposed to be advertising it. You're supposed to be saying what you did with British Week.
Listen, my whole life is based on advertising, Geg. What do you expect me to do?
We got a show coming up, yeah?
Absolutely.
And
It's going to be blessed. Absolutely blessed.
all right, what do you think of British Week so far?
I think British Week has been absolutely great. Pardon the pun.
Is
It's great British.
Great, brilliant. Yeah, that was a bit of a bad pun,
That
that.
was really awful, actually.
What's the best part?
I suppose meeting you here today, Geg, was one of the highlights of the whole event.
I can see we're getting absolutely nowhere with this interview, so from now on, that's the end of George and myself in this little episode of Great British Week. Thank you very much indeed, George.
Thank you, Geg.
When you are ready. Right. The conference is on. It's a big conference, a lot of people here, and some very important people, as I mentioned. I mentioned George as well. I'll hand you over to George for a moment because, well, he gets to know more people than me. Georgie.
We have with us today the head of the BIC, Sheikh Salman, who is going to tell us a little bit about his involvement with British Week, Great British Week.
Great.
Sheikh Salman, what's BIC involved?
Well, thank you. For us, it's a great honour to have a Great British Week at the circuit. Obviously, as a venue, we try to have all sorts of events. This one is close to our hearts because it's important to grow our business and our relationships with the United Kingdom, being in motorsports and being how the United Kingdom is the base of all of the teams and all of the innovation. This type of conference really helps us in growing that relationship. And we have McLaren Automotive, for example, here, which is also important for us in Bahrain. And
Because McLaren, of course, is British and it's Bahraini as well.
Exactly.
Same way. Could you elaborate on that?
Bahrain is a major shareholder in McLaren Automotive, and for us, we want to build that relationship. We want to grow the activities that we do with McLaren Automotive, being a racetrack, obviously, and being the history of McLaren in racing is quite remarkable. I think it's a win-win situation there for us to have them based here, to have an activity based here, to show the technology through the racetrack and through racing, which is what they're doing anyway in everything in their programs. So it's very exciting for us, and we look forward to everyone enjoying it and learning from this conference. It's quite, I think the first speech was quite fascinating for me, so it was interesting.
Was the McLaren due to go around the track today?
I don't know. I thought that there was a program, but maybe with the weather, I think it's British weather for me, but it's quite. It might be an issue for them to go around right now.
Did you have anything to do with the weather?
Nope.
Sheikh Salman, thank you. Great guy, great place, lovely looking place, and a lovely display here today.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Sheikh Salman, thank you so much for being with us here today.
Not at all.
Much
Thank
appreciated.
you.
Geg, do you have anything more to say?
Cut away, just wait. Say thank you.
Thank you, Sheikh Salman, for
Everything.
everything. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being such a wonderful person. Okay. All right.
Greg being
All right.